Now that we've put your first page online, we're going to make the page a little prettier and add some links to the page so that it's a little more useful. The first thing we're going to do is make sure that you have this line of code in the head of your page. The most important part, you can just directly copy this, but you want to note the name of this file here called style.css. We're going to be creating the cascading style sheets page, and it needs to have the exact same name to the page so that it properly links over to it. So I've already created another page called style.css, which you can see right over here on the desktop, and we'll get to that in a moment. I want to take this opportunity though to add a link onto this page, and we're going to create a link to YouTube. So the way we do this is we start a new tag called an href tag, and we start again with an A and then href equals, then we're going to put in the full address of the web page. Here we're going to use a link to YouTube just for simplicity. So http://www.youtube.com. We then end the quotations around the web page and finish off the tag. Now, this in itself is not a link because there's nothing to click on. What we have to do is put some text for it to link to. So we're going to say, this is a link to YouTube. And then we close off the tag with an A. Notice we're not doing an href, it's just an A. And when we look at this later in the web page, when you click on the words that come between these A tags, it will take you directly to YouTube. So now that we have two different things that we can style the H tags, we can style the links, and we can even style the background of the page. We're going to go over to our CSS and put in some information here. We're going to start off by styling the H tag. So we're going to type in H1 and put these curly braces after it. So everything that happens in this space is going to affect the way the H tags look, specifically the H1 tags. We'll start by changing the color. Type in the word color, and let's do red. Put in a semicolon, red, and then the semicolon at the end. So this is the basic format for styling something on a page. So this is going to change everything that happens in the H1 tags where it says hello world here to be the color red. We'll also go ahead and use this opportunity to change the font of whatever happens in the H tags, and we do that by typing in font-family. We put in the colon, and we'll change the font to Helvetica. And as a default, I'm going to write in the word sans serif and then put the semicolon at the end to end the font family characteristic. The reason I added sans serif in here is in the instance where a user may not have the Helvetica font on their computer or in their browser, the website needs to have a type of font that it can default to. So it's going to default to whatever sans serif font is there. And you do this so that you can still have some kind of control over the way the web page looks, even if the user's computer doesn't have all the necessary fonts on it. The next thing we're going to do is style up the link. And we're going to do that again by calling out the A for the A tags here. And we'll change the color of these to, let's say, orange. So now our link to YouTube is going to be orange. And the last thing I want to do, we're going to go ahead and put this at the top, is I want to affect the style of the whole body of the web page. And again, that's going to affect everything that happens in the body section here. So what I want to do is we're going to change the background color, put it in the colon, and let's change it to, so many choices. Let's make it green. This is going to be a very ugly website. Change the background to green, and we're going to save this file. We're going to save our original file, and now we're going to go back to the FTP, open these up. We're going to drag both files. We're going to overwrite the original files. That's okay. They're sent online. We check our browser and refresh the page, And there we have our very ugly website with a link to YouTube. There's YouTube. And if we go back and we just take a quick look at the page source, we can see the extra information that was placed in here, the link to YouTube. And if we change the address here to style, we can go ahead and take a look at the style sheet that we put online. And that's really it. That's how you put some text together and create a website.